In this video, I'm sharing with you the 3 things you need to do to double your productivity this year. So if you're wanting to get more done in less time, you're in the right place. These are the secrets behind how I built an online coaching business at age 22, how I've started a second business, and how I'm traveling the world while doing all of this. So let's get into the 3 things you can do right now to double your productivity this year. The first thing you can do is actually use the content that you're consuming to your advantage. We're in a time where we are consuming so much content every single day. You are watching TikToks, you're watching YouTube, you are scrolling through Instagram. We're consuming all of this content, and that can be an amazing thing, but it can also be a massive time waster. But what we can really do to actually use it to help our productivity is to intentionally consume content that is going to set us in the right state that we need to be in for what we are wanting to do. If you look at everything which you're consuming in terms of content, right from the posts which you're scrolling through, the TikToks you watch, the YouTube videos you watch, the TV shows and the films which you're watching as well, if you look at all of those different things, each one of them gets you into a different state. There's some which make you feel really relaxed. There's some which make you feel ready to take on the world. There's some which help you to feel really focused and really like you're ready to get into a productive state. And what we can do is actually firstly figure out with this content that we are consuming anyway, what state does it help us to get into? And then secondly, figure out with the tasks that we do on our day-to-day basis, figure out what tasks we need to get into what states for. So for example, there's a lot of shows which you'll probably only watch just before you're about to go to bed because they really help you to wind down, they help you to relax, they help to calm you down and stop your mind from overthinking. And those shows help you get into a state where you're able to get into that place of relaxation, of calm, of being ready to sleep. But what if you also use that technique for before your work day and for your lunch break to help you get into that really focused place which you want to and need to be in for your work? And we can break this down even further as well. If, for example, you're needing to be really creative in some tasks, then watch shows and consume content which is making you feel really creative just before you jump into that task, because it's priming your brain, it's getting you into that space, and it's getting you ready to be at your best when you are actually in that creative zone. Or if you're going to be on camera, you might want to watch some shows and consume some content which is able to make you feel really confident and feel really ready to show up at your best for being on camera. You can use this in so many ways, but essentially you want to look through the content which you're already consuming, the things which you love, your favorite shows, your favorite TikTok, YouTube creators, and really categorize these. What feelings do these naturally create for you? So for example, is there a creator who naturally makes you feel really calm, really relaxed? That person would then be perfect for you to watch in situations that are maybe stressful or before you've got a really important meeting. Is there somebody who makes you feel really creative and really gets a lot of ideas flowing for you? That person would be perfect to watch or consume their content before you're doing a really creative task. And the best part of this is the more that you do this, the more this show or this creator will become a trigger in your mind. So it will be so much easier for you to associate watching this certain creator or watching this certain show with actually doing that specific task, because your brain will learn to associate this happens and then we do this afterwards. So it can be really easy to almost act as a cue to get you into the state you're wanting to get into for a certain task. The second thing you can do to double your productivity this year is to stop reinventing the wheel, i.e. creating a process for things that you're doing more than once. It is so easy for us to have tasks which are very repetitive, which we tend to do several times over and which we know will repeat again, but we almost start from scratch every time. If, for example, you tend to send the same email to potential clients, it's really easy for us to each time start writing that email from scratch and use that extra brain power, use an extra few minutes to figure out what we're actually going to say in that email. Versus if we've done it once, can we just save this as a template and then utilize that the next time around to mean that we're not starting from zero, but we're starting from a template from what we've previously done, that we've previously put together, and we're able to simply just adapt it from there. There are so many things inside and outside of business that you do more than one time at least, and you do pretty regularly, where you're essentially reinventing the wheel every time. You are writing the list from scratch. You are figuring this out right as if you've never done it before. And it is taking you so much time and so much mental energy doing things this way. So what you can really be doing instead is every time you do a task, think, is this going to be helpful in the future? Am I going to be doing this task again in the future? Is this something which is going to be repeated in some way? So would it be helpful for me to save this somewhere in a very intentional place so that I can come back to this later, utilize and take what I can from this, but adapt and change anything which I'm needing to as well. This can help you to get so much done, and especially in terms of putting out content and actually having more conversations which are going to lead to more sales for you and your business. This saves you so much time. The third thing which you can do to double your productivity this year is give yourself just one thing to focus on each day. So this is again really simplifying what you're focusing on and stopping this brain fatigue from switching tasks very regularly. It's so easy for us to overload our to-do lists and give ourselves 10,000 things to do each day. I feel like especially in business, the list never ends, right? There's always things you can be doing. There's always more ways you can show up. There's always more ways you can have conversations with people and potentially get more clients. That list is never going to end, and it can be really tiring and really exhausting if you're going through this process of switching tasks consistently throughout the day and giving yourself about 1,000 things to do. What is a much more effective process for you to use is actually figuring out firstly what the needle movers are in your business. So these are the things which really get you traction, which really move the needle in terms of the direction of what you're wanting to achieve. So if that's you're wanting more clients, these are the things which tangibly move you closer to that goal. So figure out what your goal is and what these needle movers are that are actually moving you most towards these goals. Because again, a lot of things can be needle movers, but we want to find the biggest things to focus on. And also, to add another layer to this, really just picking one of those things to focus on each day so you can really dial in on this. This can be especially powerful when it comes to things like batching, because you can have one day where you batch all of your emails for the month, for example. You can have one day where you're batching all of your Instagram posts. You can have one day where you're batching your YouTube videos, and you can really easily get a lot of content created there. So you can focus more on the day-to-day things which you're needing to in your business and the things that you're needing to get done at the time, versus switching tasks consistently and needing to do that YouTube video setup and sort out your ring light, sort out your lighting, sort out your audio each time. Once you've got that set up, why not film several videos? An amazing way to do this, and the way that I personally prefer, is picking specific days of the week to be almost themed around certain things. So you can pick what Monday looks like, what Tuesday looks like, what Wednesday looks like, and pick a specific focus for that. So for example, for me, Wednesday at the moment looks like YouTube. So that's filming, that's editing, that's everything focused around YouTube. Tuesday and Thursday are client calls for me. Monday is really writing emails and responding to people. So it's very much conversation focused. And then Friday is the place for more of that bigger picture planning, more of recording modules for students, anything along those lines. But it makes it really easy there for me to see, okay, where would everything fall into my week? So if I know that I need to record a reel, for example, I know that Wednesday is the perfect time to do that because I'm gonna be camera ready anyway. I'm gonna have my full setup, the ring light is on, the audio is connected, everything is ready to go for that. Now, one thing which holds a lot of people back from actually doing this is the fact that, especially in business, there tends to be a lot of small tasks which will pop up. So this might be replying to a potential client, or getting back to an email, or responding to your clients in the first place. There's different things which will pop up on different days, which can take you away from that focused time and from actually really spending a whole day on one particular thing. What you can do to make this really manageable is actually, if you know these things are going to be happening, schedule some time for these. So if you know that you're gonna have some small tasks popping up, pick a certain slot of each day where for 1 hour, for example, you get to just focus on these small tasks. So it means you're hopping around quite a lot. You might be doing an email, then responding to a DM, then quickly posting something on stories, but you're hopping around quite a lot, but you're able to get a lot done and just tick off a lot of those smaller things. So then for the rest of the day, you can really get back to that focus time, get back in the zone and just really focus fully on that without having those small tasks lingering at the back of your mind. There you have my 3 tips for doubling your productivity in 2023. Comment below which was your favorite and which one you are going to be trying out first. Now, being productive is great, but you want to make sure that when you are being productive, you're spending that time doing things which are actually moving you towards your goal. And if growing a business is one of those goals, you need to check out this video next. In this video, I walk you through exactly what I did to build a full-time income from my online business at age 22. So click here to learn how to build and grow your online business this year and how to make it a full-time income from year 1. I hope this video helped, and I will see you in the next one.